For this week's band of the week that you need to know is a band that comes from Detroit Rock City and is also a band who I accidentally discovered while watching baseball. Then our album of the week comes from a Vancouver heavy metal band that are well known for their high-pitched vocals. And lastly, the topic of the week is something I'm extremely passionate about, something I've had to deal with all my life, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. It's hard rockin' topics, and it starts now. Hey everyone, I'd like to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. This is Hard Rockin' Topics. I'm your host. My name's Dan. Let's get into it for this week's episode. Now, as you can see, we are back, and as you also saw my last episode, last week was kind of impossible to really shoot anything as I had a lot going on. And one of those things that I had going on was jury duty. Now, I'm sure when everybody hears they have to go to jury duty, they get so excited, they get so pumped up, and when they go, they have so much fun. It's so exciting. It's so not. Anyway, before we get into the topics for this week, I'd like to mention a project that me and my friend Victor are going to be working on. Victor, who you have seen in a few episodes in the past on this channel. Me, him, and a few other friends get together, play a rock band, make jackasses out of ourselves from time to time, but most importantly, we have a lot of fun doing it. I'm going to have the link in the description below. The project is called Hard Rockin' Gaming. It pretty much speaks for itself. So if you're interested in watching people make fools out of themselves playing Rock Band, or just enjoy watching people playing Rock Band, I highly encourage you to check that out. It's a lot of fun, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Anyway, with that being said, let's get into this week's band of the week that you need to know. And that band this week comes from Detroit, Michigan. Now, as many of you may or may not know, I'm an avid baseball fan. And we have DirecTV here, and we get MLB Extra Innings, which is pretty much, it gives us both the home and away feed to all games. And one of the teams I like to watch is the Detroit Tigers. And every year they record a theme for their channel. It's called April in the D. Obviously airs all throughout April. And this week's band happened to record that, and I really liked it, really got into it. I just randomly decided to check it out, and I really enjoyed what I heard. And that band is called The Product. This band, the best way I can really describe them, they're a bit of a hard rock band, but they also, they do have, they can have the soft points. The best band I can really compare them to would probably be Seven Dust, because as I said, they are a hard rock band. There are points where they do sound like they could be like a metal band, and there are other times where it's kind of not really a ballad, but just more, I guess, radio friendly type song. Anyway, I highly recommend you guys check them out. They haven't released any albums. They have released an EP called Break the Silence and several singles. I really think this band is on the verge of just breaking out. It's just the right person, the right music executive just really needs to hear these guys, and I think they can break out. Anyway, go check these guys out. I highly recommend them. I'll post links for a few different tracks, one of them being the April in the D theme that they did for this year, and maybe another song or two. Anyway, go check that out. Go check that out right now. And this week's album of the week comes from a band who I really think should be a lot more popular than they are. That band is 3 Inches of Blood, and the album is Long Live Heavy Metal. Now, as you could see, there are a band that always encourage to carry that flag for heavy metal. There are a lot of power metal themes in their music. High-pitched vocals, for me, are a lot of fun to listen to. Not everyone likes it. I guess it's more of an acquired taste, but I always have a lot of fun listening to it. The guitar work all the way throughout is really awesome. The standout track for me on this album, well, really my favorite track off the album, is track 6. It's called Lookout. A lot of great guitar work, probably the best on this album. A little bit of keyboard work on this song as well, at least I think it sounded like keyboard. And just throughout this album, it sounds epic everywhere. The guitar sounds, as I said, are really phenomenal. For anybody who hasn't heard this band before, the best way I can describe them is think Judas Priest's album Painkiller, with the vocals especially and some of the guitar work. Most of the guitar work I can kind of credit to some thrash metal, and I hear a little hint of Motley Crue. That may just be me, but it's kind of just what I'm hearing. Anyway, go check them out. Go check this album out. If you're into the high-pitched vocals and the kind of the thrash sound thrown in with it, I highly recommend it. Go check them out. Now, the topic for this week, I kind of struggled with a few different topics, but recently I heard about a few things about where people having to defend certain things that they like, and all my life it's kind of been that way for me. I have a few things that I like that I've always been criticized for liking. One of those things being heavy metal, obviously, because just with the stereotype of everyone being all satanic and everybody wanting to go shoot up schools or shoot up here or shoot up there just because some Marilyn Manson fan was told to do it, and all these other things about it. And of course I am a wrestling fan. I've always had to defend to so many different people why I like it and why I've always stayed attracted to it. And just so many things in life, but not only me, but other people have to deal with, is just people who just really don't understand, and they always find that it's easier to just attack something that they don't know anything about, because metal for me has always been something that's just been strong with me. It's gotten me through a lot of hard times, and stuff that I still listen to in the good times. It's in those hard times, it really lifted me up. It kind of kept me focused on on certain things that I need to do and certain things that that I shouldn't be paying attention to. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. I know there are many people out there who have gone through some shit in their lives and have had music to kind of help keep them up, help them stay strong. And it just always bothered me with these people. If you don't know what you're talking about, and if you don't really understand something, you can always just go find it out. I mean, that's that's what the internet's for. That's what Google's for. It's what Wikipedia's for. Don't just attack something just because you don't really know anything about it, or it scares you, or whatever, or you think every heavy metal fan is a Satanist and wants to go kill people and wants to go do these stupid things. No, and all these concerts that I've been to here, I've been able just to let everything out there, and it's just something that's always been healthy for me to go through, and just to really express myself and just let all the anger out just in a positive way. And I think that's something a lot of people don't know about, and a lot of people really lose sight of, is that, you know, you listen to many different heavy metal bands out there, and there's so many positive messages and so many positive things that you can take. One of those bands in particular is Hatebreed. I mean, obviously, you know, the name should speak volumes, but just about every song I have heard, you know, there's always been a strong message. You know, just things that just help people get motivated, help people get through some real rough, tough shit that's going on in their lives. So basically what I'm trying to say is, before you're so quick to judge on certain things you don't know about, and before you go so quick to judge about things that you think you know about but you really don't, go do your research, go talk to people. It's really not that hard. I mean, also, you know, with my love, obviously, with comic book characters and all that, that's also something I've always had to defend. But like I said, just don't hate on something that you just don't understand, or that it's different, and don't criticize people for liking things that you don't like just because you think it's absolutely terrible. Anyway, you know, that's pretty much it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please like this video, subscribe if you haven't already done so. Go follow me on Twitter and like my page on Facebook, both great places to hear what I have to say about music, or just in general, or even just, you know, if you wanted to chat about this week's episode, which I definitely would love to, because obviously it's a topic that's extremely close to my heart and something that, you know, I've always had to deal with, and I'm sure many of you out there have as well. And lastly, before we go out, as I said in the opening, please go check out my channel, my new channel with my friend Victor and a few of my friends getting together, playing Rock Band, and having a lot of fun doing it, and kind of making jackass episodes from time to time. Anyway, with that being said, until next time.